Hello guys, in today's video I will give you 6 tips to be more productive. The first one is to work in block, so without any distraction for 1 hour just doing deep work. The second one consists in knowing at what time you are the most productive. Is it in the morning or in the evening? The third one consists in putting first things first, and I will share with you the jar story. The fourth one consists in developing habits and routines that help you to basically have good habits and therefore be more productive in your work. The fifth one consists in reducing your phone use. And the last one, the sixth tip, consists in having things to do outside of work and not having all your life relying on doing a PhD. I will put in the comments the time in which I speak about each of these parts, so if there is one in which you are more interested, you can just directly go to it. Block sessions. A block session is a session that lasts 30 minutes, 1 hour, maximum 1 hour 30, and which consists in removing all distractions. So you don't use your phone, you don't check emails, you are not on internet, you don't have any people talking with you. You are just alone with yourself and your task. Second, it consists in focusing in only one task. So you do not multitask. You are only focusing in one task, one specific task that you want to accomplish during that block. Third, if possible, you perform it in a different location, in a different place than your usual desk. You want to have like a sanctuary, a place where you go to perform blocks. Fourth, have a clear starting and ending point. So you must know when you start and when you finish. It's not about the length of, it's not about the duration of the block. It's about the efficiency of your working. Because if you can procrastinate, you will procrastinate. So define a clear period of time, 1 hour, and you just stick to that hour, and you define a task you must accomplish during that hour. Like, I must have written 500 words for my thesis, and you stick to it. You do it, and you give all what you can during that hour to reach that task. If you give yourself longer session duration, it will not be useful, because eventually you will just be procrastinating. You will just be taking your time and having the same result, but with longer time spent, so it's not worth it. Remember that block sessions are really hard at the beginning. After you did one, reward yourself with something that makes you happy and switch to mindless tasks, so tasks that don't really require your focus. You must also know when you are the most productive. I'm more productive during the morning, so I'm performing my really mindful task during the morning. After lunch, I'm really not efficient, so I'm try to perform my mindless tasks at that moment. I'm sure you have heard about the jar story. So it consists of having a jar and trying to put inside of it big rocks, smaller rocks, sand, and beer. And according to the order in which you put them in the box, in the jar, it's not possible to put them all. If you start with the water, you might not be able at the end to put the big rocks. Same if you start with the sand. So it's the same when you work, so try it. So there is a nice video on it on YouTube. Just type jar story, maybe you can find it. And the big rocks, so if you want to succeed, you must put the big rocks first. So you put the big rocks in the jar, then the smaller rocks, then the sand, and then the beer. So the big rocks are the important task, are your priorities. which are not urgent. So big rocks are the things that you want to accomplish, like the long-term goals. Big rocks are what at the end will make you happy and will make you succeed in the long run. So this is the task that you have to do. Those are the most important tasks. Define what really matters to you, define your values, and you will know your big rocks. So you put them in the jar at the beginning of the day or when you are the most productive. The big rocks correspond to creative projects, to problem-solving projects, to projects that require your mind. The tiny rocks correspond to things you have to do, but that do not require much thinking, but still a bit. So those are tasks like that can be about writing something or whatever you define yourself as smaller rocks. But those are things you do during your work that don't really have a strong impact in your happiness and future. So you have to do them. The sand is responding to emails, doing printing, doing administrative things. It's really a mindless task, and yeah, you have to do them at the end. You don't want to use your energy on those tasks. That's why you should not check your emails at the beginning of the day. And the beer is just at the end of the day to chill. It's whichever. You don't need to drink a beer, but you can just go out with your friends. You can exercise. You can do something that really makes you happy to reward yourself of that great successful day you just had. The third thing I want to share with you is the power of habits. Why do you want to develop powerful habits? You should write every day. You should read papers every day. You should think about new ideas every day, because this will make you successful in the long run. It will be easier in the long run to do them because you will get used to it. You will always keep your ideas fresh because they will always be reminded daily. You'll be more productive, get faster and easier over time. You will feel less pressured by short-term deadline because you will have done it beforehand. Fourth tip is to reduce your phone use. Most of us are addicted to their phones. They check it first thing in the morning, last thing in the evening. They take it for their lunch break. They check it after a class. Do not do those things. Don't take your phone when you go for lunch time, because you will not reset. You'll just keep thinking about work, and because you are all the day in front of a laptop, of a computer, of a screen, you don't want during your lunch break to still be in front of a screen. Do not check your phone first thing after a class. Just go speak with someone instead. During conferences, meetings, talks, don't check your phone. Don't take it if you can. Just go speak with other people instead. It's much more rewarding. Checking your phone is just mechanic, you know. You open it, you click Facebook, you check. You click Instagram, you check. You click YouTube, you check. It's just a big waste of time. Most of the time you don't get relevant things on it. I made another video about deep work where I share more tips on how to remove distractions, how to remove distractions of your phone, how not to check your phone anymore. I will put the link below in the description on just here. I want to propose you a little challenge to see if you are addicted to your phone. Is not to use your phone this evening. So you turn it off at 6 p.m. and you can turn it off again the next day after breakfast. If you use it as an alarm clock, just set the alarm before and just don't use it. Okay, then just comment below the next day if you manage to do it. The level 2 challenge is to spend 24 hours without checking your phone. Do you think you can do it? The level 3 The level 3 is to spend the whole weekend without checking your phone. I quite often do it when I'm going on weekends here, and because I just go camping and I hike the whole day, so I just don't take my phone. And I really have the best time when I don't have it. Because when I have it and I'm hiking, sometimes I just check it and open it and just check my emails or whatever. But it's weird, it's useless. You're on weekends, you want to chill, so don't check your phone. Try it. By phone, you can also, instead of just phone, you can extend it to all electronic devices, such as the tablet, the TV, computer, etc. This is really maybe harder, maybe too hard at the beginning for you, but you will get used to it. And it's really worth it. Try once a week not to use your phone during the evening. 5th tip is to have, aside from work, projects. What do you do aside of your work? What makes you happy? Me, I have a few things. I really like traveling and to visit where I live. So quite lately, every 6 months I've been moving and I've been visiting a new city, and I try every weekend to go a bit around, to go hiking, to go camping, because I really enjoy that. During the week, I do fencing. I also have my blog, my YouTube channel, which takes me quite a lot of time. I really like it. My fencing, I go there 3-4 times a week. So I have things to do outside of work. Which things do you do outside of work? If you remove work, would you still have things to do during the day? Because sometimes many people just say, I don't have the time to do anything. But if they get the time, then they don't know what to do. So what you have to do is to define things that would make you happy, things that you always dreamed to do, write them down, and start to schedule a time in your week to do it. Because your PhD takes you time, and you can always take more time during your PhD. So what you must do is to remove times you spend on your PhD, on your research, and to spend it on other outside of work projects. Because a PhD is a job, it's nothing else than that. So you must still be healthy, you must exercise, you must go out, you must smile, you must enjoy life. You must not be focused only on the outcome of your PhD. You must still have a good sleep enough. I need to sleep 7:30, 8 hours per night. So I do it. If you need to sleep more, but that's really important. Keep exercising. You think it's a waste of time at the beginning, but at the end, it's just, for me, and when I don't exercise, I feel more tired, my body feels weak, and I cannot focus on anything. So I need to go spend my energy to then be able to focus again the next day. Moreover, exercising helps increasing cognition, and it will help you to be more focused and less distracted in your future work. So if you never exercise, or if you just do it once a week, try to do it more. Try to start slowly but surely, and do it. It's really important for your life to exercise. If you can, find a sport you like and go to the sport, not to the gym, because I personally don't really like going to the gym. By thousand more, I prefer largely to go to my fencing training because I'm with other people. I find like there is some contact, some challenge. It's like you are with other people, you speak, you laugh with them, you fight with them, and it's really nice moment you have. In the gym, sometimes you just stay alone in it, doing your, working out thing, and it's not really my thing, maybe it's your thing, so just, if you like to do that, just go ahead. It's for sure far better than not to do anything. Try to develop a clear routine, so go to bed at a regular time. So if you always go to bed at 11, do it. Always wake up at the same time. Always wake up at 7 if you can, so then you would sleep. What is what I do, like 11:7 is quite fine for me. Sometimes I go, I don't always go to 11, but sometimes 11:30, 12, whichever thing, just something that fits you. Thank you guys for watching. I hope it was helpful for you. If it was, press the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I see you next week on another video. Ciao.